Former President Donald Trump is now the first major party candidate to run for president as a felon.
12 jurors found him guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records to try and disguise a hush money payment made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. So how does this guilty verdict impact the upcoming election? USC political science professor Dan Schnur is joining us now. And Dan, we know that Trump can still be elected president based on the Constitution, but this still really complicates the campaign.
No question about it. And I know already just in the last, 18 hours or so, all sorts of people have rushed to judgment on what this will mean for the campaign. But it's worth remembering that in 2016, there was widespread consensus that the release of the Access Hollywood video would absolutely keep Trump from getting elected president. So while this is no question of huge historic import, we might want to be a little bit cautious before we start racing to conclusions about the politics involved.
Well, given that, and that said, with a disclaimer, do you think that it could actually help him with his base, that they could consider this a political prosecution, political persecution, and rush to back him?
Well, that's exactly the right question. And there's no question, we've already seen over the 6 weeks of the trial that Trump's fundraising has spiked tremendously during the time that he's been in court. And Trump himself and his campaign have been telegraphing for quite some time now that should he face a guilty verdict, as he ultimately did, that they were going to lash out aggressively against the judge and against the judicial system more broadly. And there's no question that that motivates his most loyal supporters to a tremendous degree. The question to which we don't know the answer yet is that for Trump to win, he can't just motivate his base. He needs to be able to reach beyond that base. And what we don't know yet is whether the same thing that motivate his core conservative supporters will allow him to attract support from the political center too. And we won't know that until the campaign progresses, the debates and the conventions kick in, and we move closer to Election Day.
Yeah, and we did see that support surge just yesterday after the guilty verdict. The Trump campaign says they raised $34 million just yesterday afternoon, so it's definitely firing up his base. So he can run for president. Let's talk about some of the things, though, a convicted felon can't do. He can't vote.
In fact, and there's some dispute about this, but it's beginning to look like because of a peculiarity in Florida state law, that unless Trump is actually imprisoned on Election Day, which seems very, very unlikely, in fact, he will be able to vote in November. The Florida law that prohibits convicts from voting also defers to the state in which the trial was held. And New York state law, and this gets a little bit arcane, says that a convicted felon can vote unless they are actually incarcerated. So unless the sentencing is implemented much more quickly than most people expect, Trump will be able to, in fact, cast a ballot for himself in November.
Interesting. We're out of time, but I wanted to quickly ask you before we let you go. He has 4 criminal cases. This was just one of them. Do you think politically, for prosecutors, this was the right one to bring first, as opposed to election interference in Georgia or January 6th?
Well, this is the one that, according to polls, was going to have the least political impact of the 4 with voters. But prosecutors didn't get to make this decision. For any number of reasons, the Georgia and the Florida and the Washington, D.C. cases were all delayed. So for better or worse, it appears that this will be the only trial in which Trump faces these types of charges before Election Day. And if he's elected president, of course, it's entirely possible those other court cases will never take place, or those other court proceedings will never take place.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, clearing some of the political questions up for us. We appreciate your time.